True. This is the barely dried hair. This is what you get to see before I really curl it. Hello. No, I'm not tired. Didn't sleep well yesterday because the nerve that I pinched again came to bother me. So we're trying something new today. Hi, Cricket. We're trying something new today. I am not putting up my feed on the TV in front of me. So I'll be watching the chat to see if I'm a little bit more not distracted. But the window is open and I'm cold at the same time. Actually, I couldn't, it's stuffy. I want to be outside. I finally reached that point where it's like, I want to be outside. You guys can hear me, right? Ah, um, okay, let me think. Too late. Yeah, I just got done drying my hair. It's like time dysmorphia blows. Oh my God. I look up at the clock and it's 10 till and I'm like, enjoy the movie? Oh, did you like it? Did you eat expensive popcorn or did you smuggle a burrito in? That's what we used to do, smuggle burritos in. Ah, okay. That's why you could like look at us. It's like turn your screen down though, because people texting, oh, driving me crazy. Thank you. It's one of the ones that actually fit that I kept and didn't get rid of. So, because it didn't fit for years and I kept trying to wear it. You know, that thing where it's like, oh, it's got to fit by now. Well, no, now it fits. But I don't know how many things I have left. And I have my scarf on. Snow White. Ooh. Ooh. I think I saw someone spinning the other day and it was Snow White in some feed or another in the background. So that's cool. I hope it's good. So I hope you have your ideas for tonight too, Missy, if you're going to be in a movie. Ah, oh, hello, Rib Guy. How's Rib Dog? Oh, yeah, no, I slept like hell last night. Because I didn't have my leg wrapped because I thought maybe better because I can move the nerve with like if I'm playing with my butt, I can move the nerve around. So I was squeaking in my head because I didn't want to scare Heather when we were walking back to the car yesterday. And because I did it once and she didn't hear me. Because of course we hung out for like an hour, hour and a half after. And as long as I was standing still, I was fine. So yeah, bucking it up and making it seem like it didn't hurt a lot. It's like, why do we do that? Wow. So, yeah, I think it's actually better with the TV off so I don't see it. Um, because I kept like multitasking, making sure that maybe the angle was right or whatever. But I have the big light, which is really cool. So the only thing Papa Cat was talking about is it not showing up in my reflection. Um, and if I do it this way, it doesn't really do it, but what's reflecting in my I don't know what's reflecting in my glasses. So but I am playing with the little computer because I figured out what happened to my little one that I like to take everywhere. My Dropbox downloaded into it. That was not cool. So I brought it with me on Monday because I like took everything off of it. And they didn't warn me that it was dead. It just went dead. It's like, okay, Heather's in here. Hi, Heather. Yes, it's 3 p.m. Oh, you do stay up late. I should have like texted you in the middle of the night. I went to bed about 1. That's when we usually go to bed. So, oh, it's probably trying, this one's probably trying to pick up my phone. No, it's on the home one. Okay. So, la 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 la. Didn't I say hi to Faz? Hi, Faz. I'm always thinking it at least. And yes, I do have hopelessly devoted stuck in my frickin' head. You've heard it sucks, and what the hell are you doing? Oh, you're okay, I forgot. All over the place are is cute. I am. My computer was updating because of course I come here and it wouldn't work. Neither of my keyboards. I'm like going trying to figure out what it is, and then I'm like, oh, I went to the power button and it said needed update. Of course. So needed update. Told the mods I'm stuck in freaking update hell and was just about to do it on the over phone because the overheating phone because the other phone is downstairs with my stuff. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to go upstairs and downstairs within like 10 minutes. I'm doing them one at a time right now. So it's just like, ah, okay, I guess we'll do it on the overblow. And then it finally started working. So, or it's finally started finishing updating. I probably like screwed up the update somewhere by just clicking on my mouse because the screen would keep blacking out for some reason. It can sit here open for hours and then doing the update, it kept timing out. And trying to log in, it kept timing out. So, oh, oh, hi, good vibes. Let's see who. Hi, Bob. I'm starting to call the ones who come in one about a minute before I'm leaving. I'm calling it Bob. I'm going, you guys are bobbing because you used to always come in so late. So it's like you have your own name on my, your own thing that happens here. So everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. The only thing I didn't do was take Motrin. I hate painkillers. I'm allergic to half of them. So, Papa Cat is here. So, um, it reminded me because he had to explain what he did day before yesterday. And I'm like, uh, even the select hearing committee for, what are they calling it? Signal Gate was teasing them and showing them that they didn't want to talk about something on, on the panel. Just like, because Papa Cat explained to me, he was making fun of Signal. So, um, and now that the texts are out too, like, dude, DUI boy needs to leave. He should just give up and leave. It's like, dude. Anyway, so, I have no clue where I was gonna go with that. My brain is trying to reset because I've done everything all of a sudden turned into super fast as my leg is like, we're adjusted at least. Oh, so everybody's saying hi. Hi, Susie Alt. La 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 la. Uh, don't turn into a techie. I'd be calling me, dear, I am a techie. So so is Papa Cat. That's the world. We're tech nerds. So I was watching, and I told the mods I was going to mention it, but I am, but I'm not in a like nasty way, not like a critic way. I was watching Aaron talk to Glazer and wanted to tell Aaron, Kyra lives in the East Bay. That's how he can afford it. That was the one that stuck in my head because he was like, how can he live in San Francisco? And I'm like, he doesn't live in San Francisco. He lives in the East Bay, which is significantly cheaper than the city. He comes in every day. That's how we found out about the car thing. It was like, dude. Oh, and skaters are into Marvel. That's why Glazier, what was his name? The one he interviewed today. Can't remember. That's why I kept asking you about the supernatural things and the things he could control with his mind, is because they're totally into all of that. Marvel, think Marvel, superpowers. Okay. I hit a button and it disappeared. Oh wow, okay, you did miss Cairo. Okay, Heather, I was wondering. Excuse this. This is to help the throat. So let's see, where am I? Okay. Glazer. Okay, then I was right. Or Glasser. I'd say Glazer. Um, yeah, because Glazer was asking him about what are the superpowers and blah blah blah. And I went immediately in my head, Marvel, Aaron, if you're lurking, or Natalie, if you're lurking. Skaters love um Marvel. They love Superman, all those things. So it's like I'm good for the tidbits. I don't interview. You guys can interview, and I'll tell you guys what I'm hearing off of the interviews. So, hi, Journey. So, yeah, that was two things on my notes. I only have one more. I was worried more about my leg today because when I came home, I actually massaged my back of my thigh and it helped immensely. It was hilarious. It took me about 15 minutes to get upstairs, and Papa Cat wasn't paying attention. I got to the second floor and I'm like, meow. That's how we tell each other that we're home. And I had to say it like 3 times. He must have been completely, because he was working, must have been completely lost in thought. And he was like, oh, oh. Even the cats are looking at me like, hi, why did it take you so long? But yeah, I got to the second floor and then just went, I wonder. And I like pushed around on the back of my thigh and it got better. I think it's the nerve hasn't popped back. The muscle has, but the nerve hasn't. I didn't think you could stretch nerves, but nerves are around muscle. So the muscle hasn't gone back completely. So when I got out of the car yesterday, it just totally like tweaked and moved to where it used to be. And that was not fun. So yeah, see, Susie. Um, yeah, Marvel fan, then you would understand. It's like that's why he was asking about the superpowers and if he was supposed to be able to do it by then. That's why he was asking those questions. From my perspective, tell me about women in skater culture from your perspective. Having him talk to Aaron today, I realized too, it's a guy culture. A girl who gets into the skating culture is like she has to work hard to get in it and stay in it. And once she's in it, she's very respected. But it's more of a guy culture. And it's going to be my alter image is Contrail Girl because I actually have that on Twitter. I kept that, got rid of my name, but kept Contrail Girl because she's the one who believes in all the contrails, you know, all of those things in my head. I severely think now that Aaron, if he's not going to be the next Bufu, he might be the next co-Bufu because Glazer said that there were three like cultures in skating. And I know about the DIY culture, and that's what um Cairo belonged to. The ones who teach themselves and hang out together, not professional and not like the super professional. Those are the other two. So I'm the homespun, which Cairo did. Um, Part of it, that's what I know of. But when Glazer was talking today about two other branches, which were the professional and then the uber professional sort of thing. I was getting dressed at the same time. So um I believe more now that either him or the other guy, I didn't get the other guy's name, who's professional skater. I think that Miscavige is actually thinking to give it to the skaters. It's young. Oh, the professionals have money. There are a lot more people because Braille had 1 million followers. Glazer has 1 million followers. So it's like, yeah, I sincerely think that they are trying because the other guy is a major like OT guy in Scientology. So if Cairo's not supposed to be Bufu, then the other guy is, and Cairo's supposed to be a second. I'm starting to believe because, like I said, it didn't make any sense why they dropped a skater in San Francisco, unless it was to be able to groom him without being distracted. So I'm very much believing. Thanks, Fez, for putting Heather and Journey's link up. I'm very much more into believing that Cairo is actually going to be part of the replacement plan. But that's Contrail Girl. That's the one who's like, oh no, these all go together. And then, I'm that one. That's that one. Saw the pics you posted at Heather Mac. Cool. Gonna do some editing and posting today. Cool, Heather. Yeah, keep it up. I might make you a mod too, Missy. We got along totally. At one point, she has to get her last ferry, and I had to come home. Sitting in traffic wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be, even with my leg messed up. Because it was like 5:30. Oh no. Even I glimpsed Papa Cat on the way home, and it's an app to follow you home. That's what we do to each other when we get worried about each other going someplace, or Papa Cat will put it on the way home from work, so I knew when to expect him because I'd be just like him. I wouldn't hear him come in the house. Um, if I'm worried about him coming home like on a holiday on a Monday night and I'm not sleeping, it's like glimpse me. So I glimpsed him on the way home, and feeling that maybe the glimpse, because you do it for a certain amount of time, I have a feeling it glimpsed out before I got home because I was stuck in traffic for a while. Because if you guys, can you guys hear that noise? Yes or no? One for yes, two for no. Now he's not doing it. That's the guy who retired and has to do things all damn time now. And I think he works with like metal. So, okay, cool. Then I can leave it open. I've gotten used to him. I actually complained to him once, and uh, old white guy, he lost his mind on me. And I'm just like, and his wife is Asian and his son is half Asian. Can you freaking believe it? His son doesn't live here, so I can't talk to him. But they also have this really cool white Scotty dog. And so it's like, I try to talk to the wife, so I have a feeling he's a little boisterous. And she doesn't like to talk to me. She has said hi, but I love their dog. Their dog is adorable. A pure white big Scotty. Not the big Scotty, this Scotty. This Scotty. So, but yeah, I've gotten used to it. It's now part of the scenery. And I even said, I'm like, we used to be in the flight path in South City. SFO actually placed our windows. You know, it's that part in like I can't remember which airport movie, but they're talking, I think it's the original actually. They like are showing people, praying before dinner and everything shakes. So we were in the flight path. It was really weird when we first got here because we couldn't recognize any of the noises. It was way too quiet. And now I just sort of look at him as the cargo jet going overhead at 2. That's how I also knew when to go to bed. It was really weird. There was a cargo jet at 2 and 3. And those are the ones who, no matter how hard they try, they can't do noise abatement over us. So it'd be like, I'd hear him go over and be like, oh, it's 2 o'clock. Okay, I should go to bed. Then the second one, and then be like, oh, I should be asleep. So, plane fog? Is that? Oh, that's Contrail Girl, isn't it? Good. I'm glad you guys can't hear a noise. He's doing something. I want to say he's doing something with a Dremel on like metal. So it's probably also why it doesn't bother me anymore because we have friends who used to work with metal. So they did that for Bay Farm Island as well. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Um, Papa Cat used to pop them out because they were side to side, pop them out and clean them. And I think I asked him once about, or we had a problem with one of the seals. And that's when he said that SFO is the one who put them in. They used to have, it was so funny, they used to have this house in San Bruno in the flight path, I guess to measure if they were being loud or not. It was so funny. It was a perfect little house. I guess it was supposed to be typical people who lived there. And they finally stopped doing it, I guess. So an insurance company or an accountant or something moved into the little house because it was business. It wasn't like a real house. Or it was, but it on a business thing. So it was funny seeing this little bitty house with like whatever it was, accountant or something sign out front. It was like a odd club playing frog. Yes, yes, yes. Papa Cat knows about Contrail Girl because it's fun to talk about those things occasionally. Just set the brain aside and just go into that rabbit hole. So oh, I did get confused this morning when I was watching, or this afternoon, because I take a shower as late as possible before I have to come on here. I don't know why. Well, that and I think the Wegovy is like having a thing with me today, so I kept falling asleep. It was really weird. Um, and I feel like I have cramps. It's the easiest way to describe it. Women will get it. Hey, what's it? My stats say anyway that I'm like 70% women. So I wanted to get up early. I was puttering, which I'm allowed to do. The chiropractor said I could do that. And she knows how to like tell me exactly what I can do because we're friends. So you can do this, that, and this, and you can do laundry if you carry it from the laundry basket um to the dryer, but you can't bring the whole laundry basket and carry it to the dryer. And I'm like, bingo. So I'm puttering around this morning. I would get on the computer, try to check my email and fall asleep. It was really weird. So I figure that I might have been letting my Wegovy pen get warm because it was supposed to be refrigerated. If you watch any like documentary or like snippet that somebody's done about Ozempic, um, one of the most famous ones, the Kardashian ex-husband or something, he's got the whole like, Ozempic face going. But there's a time they're doing one of the episodes, and he's got his refrigerator door open, and you can see all the blue boxes or the blue and white boxes for Ozempic. So I would have Papa Cat bring it on Tuesday because he doesn't work on Tuesday. It's the easiest time to remember. Um, but I've been forgetting about it, so it's been like an hour since I've like popped the pen in. And I have a feeling maybe it wasn't doing well being out that long. So yesterday when you brought it, within 5 minutes, I just went to the bathroom, went bam, got over it. But today I'm feeling like, oh, my was epic. Or Wegovy. Ozempic. What did she call it? Ozempic. Ah. So I have a feeling that that's what it is. So let's see. Hi, Cobelf. Chemtrails, Maracabs, brain fog, Niacure. Now that's a set of hashtags. I can feel my bangs like flopping because I didn't curl them yet. At least I use a curl brush instead of a curling wand. I should probably have a whole line of like scars right here. But I don't scar. Weird thing. Um, so yeah, chemtrails, cargo ships, the guy next door, um, my Wegovy pen. I'm trying to think. See, it was easier with the television on because I could just read the chat on the television. So, but I can't remember. I think it was Fuzz who said that they missed the giggles, and so it was like, you know what? I need to not be. So the only thing that's up is my computer. Period. I don't even have the phone on the TV. It's like I'm focusing. That and I want to do it from the balcony tomorrow. So because I think it has to do with there are too many things going around me, so I pay too much attention. So I'm not like niacin cure 2 green green. Ew. Oh, so I should actually test the 13-inch surface out on the balcony and see how that camera is because this camera is connected to the new big computer. Um, and all my computers are all-in-ones. I like all-in-ones laptops. I have an all-in-one Sony. The only thing that this one doesn't have is I can't do a one thing I overlooked. It's not a big deal. It almost was a big deal today because my keyboards weren't working, but they're also touch. My big computers are touch screen. So this one, when I got it, I guess when I ordered it, I figured I could do it without it, but I miss it. So it's no big deal though. 4 years, get another one. But and I should have gotten a curved screen because it's 31 inches and it's got a privacy screen on it. So I do this a lot. Ah. So let's see. So, oh, Aaron said, and I'm sort of confused. He said that publics are more likely, or that they focus more on publics to get people, but isn't, he said not in the org. Now, this is the real question. It's like, so is it also the publics in the org? Because everybody talks about getting it by Thursday. He said that was more outside of the org. So it sort of confused me. I wrote that down to see. It's like, so their publics in the org still do it because he was talking about how Cairo is focused on being branch manager. So that's what he does. Um, because Aaron's interview was more boy. Natalie's reminded me more of oh God, who was it? One of the 60-minute chicks. She was doing like a legitimate interview. And to understand because it coincided with the surf culture. Aaron was just doing the hey guy thing. So it was like two different aspects of it. But considering I'm a woman, I like Nat. Sorry. Sorry, Aaron. I did learn different things from each one of them, but it's like Natalie's a great interviewer. So, whoops. Ah, and I love it. It's like I told the mods because I was being grumpy about it earlier, and I was like, I'm not going to talk about it. It's like, what do I do? It's one of the first things I start talking about. But hi, Jared Brooks. Oh, you're the okay. Yeah, you know why basically we got rid of you. It was because I didn't like the crackhead Kenny thing. Sorry. I'm way too proper for it. I'm an old lady. What do you expect? So it wasn't you per se. It was just I didn't like the name. It was rude. It's rude. So we can keep him on, guys. Oh, so, oh, right. I didn't even think about it. Asking you, Rip Guy. Staff in the org run the org. Public do the courses delivered by the staff in the org. Have the public bring in their friends. I think that's what he's talking about. Okay. Because that's the one thing the publics here don't do. They don't bring people in. There have been appointments made because there have been at least, God, in the past year, maybe four people who stand outside that I think are Scientology, and I think they're for me, but they're not because somebody comes out after they're looking at their phone and takes them in. That was the one where I'm like, that's one of the cooties things. That was one of the ones who first started with cooties. So, but I don't see anybody bringing one, maybe. I think maybe Groundhog Day did it, and I didn't see her yesterday. I know it's not a nice name to say, but it's the way I can remember it. Unless she brought in a dog. If she brought in a dog, she'd be like so and so's mother. Because I suck at names. It's a club thing. You work at a nightclub, you start forgetting people's names, basically. So, I remember people by their eyebrows. It's like the only people I remember are people from a long time ago. And it got I triggered on Monday, last Monday, because everybody was showing up. So it's like I start recognizing people that are from like 2010 back. So their names will pop up, which is really weird. It's like so yes, I got yelled at by a few and hugs. Monday night was fun. I got a big hug from someone I haven't seen in ages. Um and I got smacked upside the head by another friend of mine. I didn't even know I was working there yet. And he always talks to Papa Cat and says, "Tell her I said hello." He came in, he was like just looking at me because I'm at the front door. And he's just looking at me, and I'm like, here we go. And I'm like, yeah, right, okay. So it's like I think I can retain your name after a certain year. So yeah, no, the only Guy said I'm not surprised the org is empty. The only way they won the birthday game was manipulation. Give the birthday game to the org that just received their ideal org trained staff back. I think they've been here for like 6 months though, I thought. So, but I still think they gave it to him because it's Cairo. I still think that Cairo is going to be either one or two now. Like I said, I thought he was going to be one, but when Glazer was talking about the other guy who's in the other uh, branch of Skater, think of it this way, it's like what the government should be, three branches. So Skater World is three branches too. So um, Cairo was the DIY. There's a semi-professional, I guess, and a professional. So this other guy, I think, is professional. I think he's the top. And Miscavige made me thinking about the skater crowd. There's over, they could get so many people if they turn to the skater crowd and just update everything again. You could remember Engelbert Humperdinck. Of course I do. Hey, I remember George. That's pre-2010, okay? Where is my George? He's mine. I named him. Ah, will not have him and you can think what you like, thank you. That's why I said Contrail Girl says Pyro's gonna be one or two, and the other skater guy is gonna be one or two. Sometimes Contrail Girl is right, though. Guys, I'm seriously worried that they won the birthday game because the new management training actually works and soon all the orgs will be booming. Nope. Hi, Christy. Talking about Scientology today, believe it or not. How are you? Hope the cats are doing well. Um, they've been here for a while and it hasn't gone, and I have not seen anything spike. So they've known they've known the new stuff since the blues went away. So it's during the summertime that the gold vest came back. So I don't think it's going to work. And if it doesn't, I definitely stand behind the skater crowd. So yes, everybody say hi to Christy. She's in Vegas, probably roasting her butt off. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, whichever one was really, really hot, and I'm just Monday, and I'm just like, okay, I'm a little cold. My hands are still freezing. That was sort of cool. Now I understand my mom. My mom, when she was older, ran around in mock turtlenecks. I thought was just hiding her neck. No, she was really cold when it was 100 degrees outside. Oh. Christy, you can always watch old Tifa too. That would be fun for you to like Thursday night, 8 o'clock. That's when me and Carrie Ann, one of the mods here, talk about what's going on in the world. God, we're gonna have enough things to talk about. So, and we on average stay on 2 hours. We can't help it. I've got to learn to eat before. The golden age of management will turn every Org Hill Street blues. Oh, I know they all went away last year, except for the two older ones. Heather was talking about her yesterday. The one with the gray hair. She said she sees her all the time. See her all the time. And my Pantone vest guy. Those two didn't go anywhere. And we figured that the Pantone vest guy is the weekend guy and the night guy. Um, but the ones we followed into the ferry building, besides him, was a little chunky guy that I've only seen for maybe a week or two after. He actually might have gone somewhere after they all left and came back. So I think they did all leave and come back. Because the formerly cute one, he aged about the same time. It's like he looked young and cute and came back and looked like he had gained 10 years on his life. So, because I said he even disappeared. That's why he's the formerly cute one, because he looks a little haggard and it hasn't changed. It's like, what is this? What does Scientology do? Blazer said this morning that Aaron looked like Cairo looked like he aged 10 years. It's like, so they're doing something to people when they sleep. Contrails. They didn't see that's someone needs to leak Cairo's training success story. I know. Aaron said this morning that he figured that his group didn't finish on time, so that's how they made him an OT7. He sat there and studied the books. It's like, where was he before? And I was pretty shocked that he was an OT7 too. So that doesn't mean like the past 2 or 3 years. So And the wife, oh God, old Tifa's as bad as No Face. I saw him this morning. I forgot to go by and give him a thumbs up. Go on No Face's latest feed and hit the thumbs up button. I want to see his kitten. He's got a kitten. Pantone 40. Um, now I completely lost my thought. Oh, them getting all, because we had the beautiful ones with the blue vests. One is still here. I think it's the girl with the red hair that has it perfect every day. It's really curly. Um, I think she's the only one that stayed, but she was one of the blue vests when they started. So I think that's why I also think that they're getting him ready. They're keeping him in a place that doesn't attract people because we're friggin' cult central, so people know better. Um, and around here, people have heard of Scientology. Honestly, it's too soon. Jim Jones was only 50 years ago. People know these things. That and we had the Rajneeshis here. Um, so everybody would see them walking around in those red outfits. My mom had two people that worked in the bindery with her. So, because the owner almost got into it, just missed. Um, so it's like we know cults. San Francisco, the 60s never left. See, someone, okay. Do I look like my mom at all? Supposedly I look like my mom. I thought I looked like bio dad, but everybody in my family says I look like my mom, and my sister looks like my mom. So that's why it's like when I reach her age, because my sister should be 13 years older than me. It's the way I'm counting it out. I keep forgetting, or I just forget that how old she is, because she's just like a whirling hurricane. Woman's got more energy than God knows what. So it's like, cool. I want to be like that. Folks don't understand that this is just another alteration of the tech by DM, which won't work. He will reissue changes again and it will start all over again. Yes, I believe that too. But I also believe he's trying to retire. I think I'll believe that he's going to retire when Putin retires, when Putin's daughter gets a hold of him and gets him out of there, because his daughter wants him out. Hey there, old Tifa, you big political thing. Cricket, I gotta get you. Maybe Tuesday nights. That will be fun. Let's see. Does anyone know if the training Kara run through was the same training Reese's ex-mother-in-law was doing? So Reese would know what he did? Or we don't know if that's Reese's MIL. That would be interesting. Papa Cat, go away, old Tifa. We're doing Scientology here. What? Why not talk politics on this channel? Yes, I know Rajneesh is still popular, Adam. There's a documentary about it, and they don't wear their red outfits anymore. They either went to India, and he's like totally, they haven't seen him in years or something. There's there's a documentary on, where was it? Just look it up in Prime somewhere. I think it had to be on Prime because Netflix doesn't or didn't get nearly as many documentaries as Prime did. So those are the only two channels I really do that's on cable or without cable. So just put Rajnishi like I'm about to do. No, no update for you. Actually, this Windows 10 is not going to be supported after August. FYI. So Wikipedia. I know Rajneesh Purim is still gone, right? Yeah, that's still gone. And it's the documentary is about. That or it could be a separate one. I can't remember why I got back into or why I started studying it one day. Ah, okay, yeah, I did too, unfortunately. Um, your guy said stop watching Reese a long time ago. It's like, so did I. I think a lot of us did. Osho mistakes were made, but we found the SV. Okay, I'm watching it all. The minute I don't see something, I'm like, you saw the face. It was like, am I watching live chat? So let's see. AI has been good for something, unfortunately, and that's for the Google pop-up of the questions that used to be like lower down in the feed. The search feed now is like at the top. The Osho Meditation Center, that's what Osho is about. The Osho Meditation Centers remain active in more than 80 countries. And the encyclopedia is now on Google. His cousins had a huge encyclopedia. My cousins had it, and when they were at Girl Scout camp and I was hanging out with my aunt and uncle, I used to read it. No, you still have to subscribe. Okay. I guess this is the free one. I know that he went to India. I don't think he took all those Rolls Royces with him. Oh, no, he's dead. He died in 1990. And the one in India is the Osho International Meditation Resort. Hmm. Yeah, they were very zen. They didn't seem to they would what I expected a Hare Krishna to be, because we never had like Hare Krishnas that did anything but sit on a corner in the hate. But Rajneeshis, he sent them to get real jobs to help build the center in Oregon. And they were very zen, but I don't think they stay vegetarian here. So how about that one? Yeah, they came here and hung out. Well, they did try to recruit because they tried to recruit the boss of the owner of the bindery. Oh, right, they rebranded him as Osho, right? You didn't give alms to the big giant head cricket? Oh, okay, bye, sweetie. Come back again. Or text and come here. Mwah. No, Tulsi is not a Hare Krishna. Tulsi belonged to a cult that was part or close something to that, but she's not a Hare Krishna. So, and she hasn't denounced the cult. So, um, because I looked it up because somebody said that she was a Hare Krishna, and since I have the Bloom County thing, it's like it. I was like, okay, Hare Krishna. It's not like I'd forget because I keep seeing it. It's on the wall on the way to the bedroom. So, hairy fishnuts. Um, you're doing a fast catch up? Okay, style audit. Hello. They poisoned a salad bar. I suppose that's vegetarian. They poisoned a salad bar? What are they, part of Synanon? Oh. Oh, thanks for putting LTIF up. I only have one thing on it. I was supposed to be reading Project 2025, then Papa Cat was. We never got back to it. We keep seeing Project 2025 live in real life. We should go back to reading it. If I still have the PDF with the where I stopped, I'll throw it out there and see who wants to read the next half an hour because it's I have learned the perfect time is actually like 18 or 19 minutes, but people will stay for half an hour. So it's better than 30 seconds. New name. Hi, new name. I have a Canadian friend who's currently there, India. He's been involved for years. Not surprised. So the only thing I wouldn't like about India would be the heat. Oh, and the poverty. Um, it's like, ooh, no. See, that's exploitation. I was gonna say tell the people here that that's what we're gonna wind up with, but then that is exploitation of them. Um, I do have a new name for felon though. I call him Ellen Antoinette now. Elon Antoinette. Oh, can't remember what I was listening to on the way home, but it was like King Donnie the 16th and Elon Antoinette. Her group is a science of identity which grew out of the Hare Krishnas. Right. So she's not a Hare Krishna. She is something else, but she has not said she's not part of it. And she's paid. Oh, buddy. Cinnabon. Did I say Cinnabon somewhere? Oh, when I worked for Kucinich, I remember a meeting where people had to persuade the wife not to accept an invitation to speak to a breatharian group. Still like Kucinich and Tulsi, his wife. Ah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hi, Moose on Loose. From this point on, unless you say something that's offensive, I don't mind what goes on in the outside world. It's none of my business. So, let's see. She staffs her office with science of identity people. See? Um, it's the classic, if you ask me, it's the classic any cult thing that they aren't uh they don't do that anymore, but they've said it maybe once somewhere and then they never talk about it again. So I'm not surprised. So um oh yeah, Moose on the Loose, you're up there in what I wish was a 58th 51st state because then we'd be blue for the rest of our lives. But hey, how is it up there? I'm thinking about kidnapping Carrie Ann and making her go there for a day in the summer. Think I might have to make my dad come for sandwiches this Friday because I don't want to, unless I can convince Papa Cat to do lunch with me and my dad. Possible. So, because I just don't think I can get out of the car on the left side, honestly, the leg right now. And I need to look up how long should I let a muscle nerve cluster um heal since I'm on, was it 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up in an email somewhere. Because I haven't been taking care of myself. So what is it called? Where was it? Science of Identity. I've got to put the little computer on the keyboard. The keyboard takes three different things. Three different or three different connections. So if it was in front of me, I can type faster because I can really type. Ah, there we are. Ooh, it actually has shown up when I only wrote science of. People are looking it up. SIF.yoga? Okay. Yeah, and the oh God. The drop of blood girl and then the other guy. See, this is why I need to take notes so I can look this up and write their names down so I can see it here. Teach myself a new habit. Swami, I'm not even going to read that. Was pretty reactionary himself. Who is that, Adam? Marianne Williamson also has new age culty vibes, but I'd totally holler at her. Yeah, she seems like she's not in it anymore, but she's taken them with her to use. one of those, which I'm like, fine. Especially a woman, because none of those things are woman centric. They're all man centric. Natural Law Party runs a candidate every year. They're TM affiliated. TM? Yes, CoBILF. Science of Identity sounds like a racist think tank. Has anybody seen the movie Simon? You should go see it. Or you should find it on Prime. It's a great movie. Someone um trying they basically like a guy comes into a office and then this think tank decides to make him the prophet, basically a modern age long-haired guy. What did we used to call him when I was a kid? I think we called him Birkenstock sandal guy. The ultimate hippie, things like that. It's got Alan Arkin in it. He plays the guy who turns into a prophet. Prabhupada. Prabhupada founded Hare Krishna. Not familiar with the name. So, well, yeah, you have to think about it. To be a cult leader, you have to be somewhat reactionary. Because remember, you have to scare them into following you. That's what it usually breaks down to. I feel like I'm mansplaining. Um, but yeah, I mean, didn't believe for the longest time until literally this election cycle that the world is run on fear. It's really what it is. That's how the balloon got in, is that he just scared the bejesus out of everybody. So he scared the white people into voting for him and the brown people who were legal and did everything right and didn't even have a parking ticket, and pretty much scared the other brown people, which I guess I would fall into that category of I have a brain, and black people to stay home, because that was a big problem, is that we didn't have a huge minority turnout. And someone I know even said he wasn't Clinton. So, or she wasn't Clinton, because I was like, why aren't you going to vote for the brown woman? A woman, but also she wasn't Obama. So I know Heather. Heather said, now I'm going to be down a rabbit hole with SIF. Yes. I know. I have to turn off my computer before I leave or before I like sign off because no, my big computer is trying to get into my little computer. Interesting. Um, so yeah, it's like I gotta focus. I don't know what I'm supposed to. Oh, laundry. That's what I'm doing. I'm organized in a low control group called Brothers of Giant Sand. Oh, I mean, that could be a high control group. Aren't anybody our age and older, like total, who are screaming old queens? Don't they all love Baba? Oh, when she dies, that's going to be interesting. It kind of is the culty vibe. Oh, the science of identity. It does. It does. Everything sounds slightly racist nowadays, though. That's the problem. Oh, fear and lulls. Lulls? Lulls? Yes, I just hit my watch. And weirdly enough, the way because I have it tied, it's keeping me from using my arms since I seem to like wave like a chicken when I'm sitting here. Yeah, I'm putting on jewelry to come sit here because I wave my arms around a lot. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's in the jewelry drawer. Ah, laughter or amusement. So somebody asked me about going to the org. It's like, it's not dangerous. It's a very safe place. My org is very, very safe. But also, yesterday I was having traffic coming in, And I thought maybe it was a protest. But Heather came in from the ferry and she's like, she didn't see anything. She would have saw something if it was at the Civic Center because it's only what, 5 blocks away from the ferry building. So there is a protest coming up though. There's April 5th and another one. There's like a walkout. Where is it? My little computer has not been amused since I got rid of all of the um cloud that got dumped on Dropbox that got dumped on it. So it's like I'm gonna have to do that update. Watch, the update's gonna make my computer go bad in August. Let's see if I can find it off the top of my head. I don't know how they got make a different this March Madness. I'm like, is that what we're calling the protests? Oh, if I only had a brain. Um, Now I can't find it. I signed up. There's going to be one like every city that they can get one, and we're having at least 50 people in Alameda in front of City Hall. I'm pretty impressed with that because I figured they were all just people who didn't want to do anything. So I guess all the people who didn't want to do anything sold to people that were younger. Oakland's going to sweep out Lake Merritt of homeless people. San Francisco has done horribly good job of it. I don't know where they're going. I haven't been watching the news. I know at one point they were trying to ship them back where they came from because they were all shipped here because of our climate. Um, because literally the climate, they would not like uh dehydrate or freeze basically in either, one direction or the other. So, but San Francisco's been cleaning them out, and I think a lot of them have been coming to Oakland, but now Oakland's starting to clean them out too. So it's like I wish they would work on what's wrong with them instead of just shipping them to another city, county, state. It drives me crazy. That said, Majorca is not a nice island off Spain. Well, like I said, I have to promise my dad that I'm not going to the org when they're up camping. They all go to the mountains and hang out for 2 weeks. It's the thing. Um, or I think it's like 10 days now. Now that everybody's getting slightly older. And one of my aunts now has MS. So he doesn't want me scurrying off to the org when he's not here. Franco OD. They should clean out the tech bros. Yeah, talk about people don't have the idea of a dollars considering that tech is overpaid. The one um job is it that will overpay you is tech. So they do not know the meaning of a dollar. I didn't either, but it was different. Was it within my parameters? I knew the value of a dollar. The easiest way to put it because it's like growing up with my dad as military and mom worked at a bindery. She was a bookbinder. It's like we were middle class. Didn't know the difference. Didn't know there could be a difference. There was either rich people, middle class, or poor people. That's it. Which is legitimately the class structure, but it's like to have no idea about middle class now is really weird, considering my house sold for a lot of money in East Oakland. I don't mind gentrifying. I don't mind gentrifying if the people who sell their houses to go somewhere else go because they're taking advantage of the gentrifiers and can relocate to somewhere else. So if it would have been like my parents selling the house, they could have moved to Modesto. Modesto's not bad. There's central air. Things like that. Um, as long as it doesn't whitewash the world, basically. So I sort of like gentrifying because I'm part of the first, like, second wave of gentrifiers my age in the 90s. So it would still respect the people who stayed there because you always had people who did not gentrify, no matter how much, people would offer their houses. And it was respect the people who still live there because most of the time they were older. And also, if you gave their children who would come and visit them a comfort zone that they were being paid attention to and like at least being watched out by, their children would let their parents stay there. So, and it was fun having older people in neighborhoods that were taken over by people in their 20s because, you appreciated the older people and you got to find out what was going on in those neighborhoods. Lower Haight. I did Lower Haight. So it was like older people still lived there. And you could talk to them at the bus stop. So it was like you got to hear the oral history of the neighborhood you moved into. So that's why it's like you couldn't be for gentrification even though you're a part of it without getting a lot of crap about, taking over and kicking everybody out. And it was like I didn't know of many people who got kicked out of their own places. Rentals, yes. Oh my God, it's amazing how much people were paying before my wave moved in. And my wave was ridiculous. Back in 1991, I was paying $800 a month for a one bedroom in San Francisco. Back then, that was a decent amount. So, especially without a garage in Lower Haight. So it's like, yeah, I probably have a gentrifier's point of view, but I can still have my unicorns. It's the only way I can put it. It's like, yeah, I live in a bubble. I'm sorry, I do. But I think a lot of people who are native to the Bay Area who did not have to suffer strife or something, we all live in bubbles too. So, unfortunately, I'm still looking for them. Excuse me. Um, when I want to keep up with something, I keep them open on my email because I try to keep my unreads as low as I can get it. So, and when you're a assistant, you learn how to do things like that to keep yourself aware of what's going on. So it should be unread, but it also could be on the other page. Oh well. Let's see. All I'm saying is bring back the bathhouses and close the store, work share spaces with a fall table. No. Bathhouse is bad, but we won't talk about that right now. Hey Fuzz, what about Folsom Street? Now that's bad. When I talk about Folsom Street instead of something else. Let's see, when is Folsom Street this year? Oh, like I said, I would love to be able to do a live from there, but I cannot. And when we do our puzzle, it's gonna have Folsom Street all over it. I love it. Thank you, Bob. Bob said best chat on YouTube. Oh, let's see. Oh my God. You know what they put up when I hit Folsom, California. Ah, I thought I hit Folsom, San Francisco. Ah, I don't know how it popped up real easy the first time, and now I have to type out the whole thing. Let's see, when is it this year? Straight non-kink people should not go there. 9/28. That's later on in the month. It's usually the beginning of September because we have to have that indigenous native summer weather for Folsom Street. And I've never been to the site before. That was the thing. It's like, well, I've never been here. And let's see. It's basically an S&M fair. Something fun to do in San Francisco if you're a native, if you want to drive your family crazy. Let's just put it this way. One of the sponsors is Kink 3D. Oh, the possibilities of that one. Unread, unread, unread. See, that was like Fuzz's favorite thing to throw in last year was Folsom Street. And be like, no. Yeah, I gotta update this. It's my cursor on my keyboard or my tap on my keyboard is not happy. So it's probably why it's been acting weird, the little one, because it needs to be updated. I hate updates. And they've learned the exciting new way that like if you don't do their update, they make your computer wonky until you do. I love that. So let's see. Did Folsom Street again. Um, and yes, as a goth chick, of course I know about that scene. Because at one time, all fringe groups pretty much hung out together. Um, power and numbers sort of thing. So it could avoid the suburban people who come from, or the people who come, mostly guys, the suburban boys who would come in and hassle people who were on the fringe. Um, they used to, they literally come in with their big trucks, and I mean literally, come in with their big trucks, jump down at something that looks weird to them and beat the people up. So you had a lot of the fringe groups getting to get hanging out with each other. So it's like that's how you know about everything else. Do not Coco Clark's Street Fair or Lindsey Graham Ladybugs. I haven't seen that one. Or Up Your Alley. Up Your Alley is actually supposed to be the more kink version of Folsom Street. That should tell you something, Fuzz. But yeah, that's how you find out about all these other groups because we stuck together. And sometimes people would say, we need people to be hanging out with us because the group's not big enough, but we have want to have like a fundraiser night. And so it's like it's that's why it's not surprising to see a lot of goth people at Folsom Street, which is usually really hot. So it's the easiest way to describe things because people are like, how do you know all those people? What are you doing? It's like nothing. And besides, my private life is in public. Well, I think my parents thought I was such a weirdo for a while because I dropped Folsom Street around them once. A friend of ours, or a couple friend of ours, actually DJ there on a regular basis. So, King Fairs are a great place to get lots of tips for like DJs and stuff. Um, one of the bars that it's also a club, that's open for them. They get a crap load of tips. Um, Sometimes they've had hours to this hour we're donating the tips to somewhere, um like AIDS related or something. So because it's that's how many tips they get. So because usually bartenders do not give up tips unless it's either they make a lot or it's for a really, really, really good cause. So or if you're friends with them and you guilt them into doing something. So Ah, I'm done. I have an hour and 9 minutes. I think I might do something productive after this. Go downstairs and play my dragons. So, okay, guys, go to Carrie Ann tonight. She's going to be doing, it should be, it's Wheel Wednesday, so it'll be a great place to hang out. And she'll talk about how much either the Snow White film either sucked or didn't suck, because one of us will ask. Thank you for joining us. I look at Fuzz when she's sending the things out, and that's what reminds me. It's like hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the membership button, and then after that, give money to the disaster that's in your area. My area is the Palisades fire. Please give money to them because Lord knows they are not insured enough to take care of, to replace their lives, basically. So I will talk to all you guys tomorrow. What will you talk about tomorrow? I don't know. Hmm. And tomorrow is Thursday, so I have my regular one now, and then we'll have Old Tifa tomorrow at 7. So with me and Carrie Ann. So you guys all have a good evening. Uh, eat healthily. Don't smoke. Think good thoughts. And try to do something to help your fellow man, no matter who they are. Okay, guys. Ciao. Ciao, Bellas.